Good afternoon and welcome to Sculpt Pilates. Thanks for being here today, Melissa.
Yeah, no problem.
We're
Thanks for
so
having
honored
me.
and privileged to have you at the studio with us, just getting to know you more, understanding your routine, learning about your legacy. And I'd like to really first start with tell us who you are, what you do, and something else that you want to share with us.
Yeah, well, I'm Melissa. I work in business intelligence at one of the energy companies here in the state. Yeah, what I like to do is I like to do new things, travel, learn. I'm a big reader, so there's always a book in my bag. Yeah, and I just like meeting new people.
Ooh, I love that. Book in your bag. If I have to open your purse right now, what's in your purse?
The Midnight Library.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what is the Midnight Library? Is that a fiction, nonfiction?
Nonfiction, so it's just about a girl who's just having a little bit of trouble in life, and she's going through like different options. Like she gets trapped in like a library in between like life and death, and she gets to pull different books that give her a different timeline or a different scenario in life, and she's kind of testing them out to see if that's what she actually wants to do. So I guess like the main premise behind the book is just be grateful for what you actually do have and how you are actually able to live.
Nice. So if you were that girl in the library, what book would you pull?
I would pull like what I've currently got going on. Like I'm pretty happy with my life, and what I've been able to create. So really proud of
Wow.
myself.
Amazing. And so you're grounded. It sounds like you're happy. You
Mm-hmm.
have, you have this balance,
Mm-hmm.
right? What's that rhythm like for you?
Honestly, it's just I have free will and adult money, so I've just been kind of doing whatever I want, whatever makes me happy. I think like the best thing that I've got going on right now is just making all of the little parts of me happy. So anything that I ever wanted to do as a kid, like I'm doing now.
Tell us about that.
Well, a big thing is travel. So like if I see a flight deal or a friend wants to go, let's go. Whenever it happens, I work remotely, so I have the time to do it. So yeah, I just want to be able to experience new things and be in new places and see how I respond to that.
And where's your best travel destination so far?
I think Panama. I
Mm.
went down there kind of on a whim again, um, and I went to like a very rural area where like the indigenous people in Panama live, and they took us out to the islands that they live on. There's no electricity, no running water, and you're just kind of on an island, and all you have is you and the people who are around you. So you just kind of have to disconnect in a big way.
And what did you learn from disconnecting?
Well, there's a lot distracting me around. So, um, yeah, you just get to learn yourself and learn other people, and you just communicate and learn how to be happy without like the technology, your phone, books, even. You're just there with other people.
So what does that mean to you? What is it? What does happiness mean to you?
Connection, honestly, connection. Just being able to build a community and be around people who you care about and care about you.
Wow, amazing. And I wanted to kind of just go back to what grounds you. I know you said it sounds like it's really independence, right?
Mm-hmm.
You, you're using you have adult money
Yeah.
with with kid dreams that you're actualizing and making into reality. And so those are like things that you get to do in the short term,
Mm-hmm.
right? But on your daily grind to keep yourself joyful or happy, what does that look like? Like what grounds you daily?
Honestly, my friends and the people who surround me, um, I think they keep me pretty grounded. They're open and honest with me. So if I'm not being, I guess, myself or my best self,
Mhm.
they'll tell me in a very loving way. So yeah, I think it's just the community that I've surrounded myself with.
And what does your best self look like?
Honestly, very happy. Yeah. When I'm my happiest, things don't bother me. I'm not stressed. I'm doing what I want to do, but then I'm also able. I have the capacity to do things for other people. Um, I'm available to my friends and family. They can lean on me, and I know I'm not going to disrupt anything in my life. So just very happy, very free, very available.
And when your battery of happiness is going down
Hmm.
or being depleted, how do you recharge?
Honestly, a book and a bubble bath. It's just quiet time when you can turn your mind off and just kind of float around in warm water and really take your mind off of the present day and kind of immerse yourself in somebody else's world.
I love that you, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of self care
Hmm.
and, care for others that you give throughout the rhythms in your life. And how does Pilates kind of come into the picture for you?
Yeah, so it gives me dedicated time where like I only have to think about myself and my body and how I'm showing up and what I'm doing in that moment. So it's a dedicated 50 minutes where I'm not thinking about work, I'm not thinking about my commute, or if I do have a commute, I'm not thinking about friends, I'm not thinking about family. It's just me and my body and what's going on right now.
I remember the first day that you came to the studio.
Hmm.
And what is it, 200 classes later already? Or almost?
It's 260.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
almost 300
Yeah.
classes. And that's just, gosh, barely 1.5 years.
Hmm.
So, what keeps you going back to Pilates?
Honestly, it's just the time to myself, and it's fun here. Everybody's great too, so that always helps. But yeah, it's the time to myself and time to focus on something new, something different that I hadn't tried before. Um, yeah, and wanting to be good at it.
What's your favorite Pilates class?
Um, I like them all, but maybe corset. I think I
Okay.
like that.
All right. I wouldn't ask you who your favorite instructor is, okay? That would be too much.
I think it's kind of obvious. I
And being in business intelligence, what
think.
does representation in that industry looks like for a woman of color? What does that look like to you?
Typically, I'm usually the only woman of color like on my team, so I think it's being prepared and giving other perspectives to like the business leaders, because a main part of my job is helping solve like big business decisions or big business problems for the stakeholders. So giving a perspective, something that they usually wouldn't have thought of, and being very succinct and very prepared, and giving them opportunities with the customers that wouldn't have crossed their mind, giving them something to think about.
So, how do you show up as a woman of color in an underrepresented industry in terms of really having, finding your voice? I know you said you're prepared, but how do you show up for others?
I think the best way that I can show up in that environment is just to be myself. Um, Not giving anybody like a prepared or a performance version of myself. Yeah, just being myself and letting that be okay.
Who's inspiring you today?
It would have to be my best friend. I think that she's a major inspiration for me. Anytime she does something new that like I wouldn't have even thought to do, like it's just kind of amazing to see. She's very big in community action and her nonprofit world. So just seeing that develop and seeing her grow is really inspirational to me.
Uh, Tell me more about that. Like, what's that major thing that gave you an inspiration to say, I really want to do that, or I'm going to do something similar?
Well, honestly, it was just her capacity for like letting other people in, because like, she's very active in her family, very active in church, and when you're working with nonprofits and charities, like you have to be able to expand yourself and help loads of people. So just the fact that she has capacity and she never lets things slip with herself, her family, her friends, nothing, but then she's helping her entire community, that's amazing to me.
And so, how do you show up for her?
I will make that 4 hour journey to see her anytime she needs it. She lives in Cincinnati, so if I even hear that she's kind of stressed out, I'll make a road trip down there on the weekend, just take her out and make sure that she's not worried about anything or thinking about anything.
That's absolutely fantastic. If there's a legacy that you want to leave behind,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, you're very young, okay? But I think we all owe it to the people that's coming behind us to build a legacy. And in your space, business intelligence, and in the spaces that you've been in, right? Women traveling the world, what would that legacy look like?
I think my legacy is just learning how to live freely and be yourself and not letting other people's judgments or societal expectations kind of push you off your path. I think that's very important. Just be yourself. It's very easy to conform and do what everyone else wants you to do. I think it's harder to live your truth and be yourself.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
If, what is, I'm curious, what does February and Black History Month mean to you?
Well, it means a lot, but it's a lot more than the month for me. Life would be really hard if we lived without the contributions of all of our ancestors. So, like, even like the stoplight, GPS, things like that. So, yeah, it's more than a month, and it's really impactful. But it's nice to have dedicated time to think about it and celebrate it.
Nice. I wanted to ask you a couple more questions about your legacy and the community, because it sounds like you have such a loving community that you've surrounded yourself with, and wanted to know how did that come about? Like, how did you build that community, and what would you say to a person that is looking for community?
Yeah, you have to be very intentional about it. You have to know yourself, your morals, your values, what you're willing to stand for, and be very intentional about meeting those people, putting yourself in the spaces where you can find those people, and then putting the effort in to grow those relationships. You can't just show up and expect things to happen. You have to show up for people, you have to show up for yourself, and be a good friend and member of the community.
Nice. So Melissa is complete the word for me.
Melissa is free.
She's a shot caller, okay? Pilates principles, there's 6 of them, and I'm curious to know what you would anchor yourself, or what you would be if you were a Pilates principle. And there's 6, so let me read them off to you. There's control, there's breath, there's precision, there's flow, alignment, concentration, or center.
I would say concentration. Yeah.
Tell us more.
Yeah, you have to concentrate on yourself and your body and dedicate yourself to the time. Yeah, just show up for yourself and concentrate on the moment. Be here, be present.
So Pilates today that you practice with your rhythms of your life, how has that translated to concentration in your outside life? So business, personal, community, just tie it all us for us together.
Yeah, so like let's say the day is just not going my way. At least I know, like at 4:30 or 5:30, whenever it is, like I know I have that dedicated time to myself, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be a good class. I'm going to do well. I'm going to see people. People are going to smile. It's going to be a good time.
That's so amazing to hear. Few parting words for you, because I just love the fact that you came in, you sat down, you said immediately it's happy, it's joy, right? And so I think others would like to learn more about how I can draw more joy. So give us your parting words on how we can just do better by, being joyful.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep going.
Think about your 5-year-old self and what made you scream and jump for joy, and just do more of that.
Ooh, okay. 5-year-old self screaming and jumping for joy. What is that?
Outside looking at the stars and like catching fireflies.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this afternoon, Melissa.
Thank you.
I feel good.